Okay, so I think let's find a comfy seat to begin with today if that feels nice, or if you would rather, then you can lie down for this bit, whatever feels best. And I'm going to make a nice little lean back against my wall. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. And just taking a couple of breaths. If it's comfortable, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through your mouth. Just allowing your awareness to begin to sink into your body. You can set aside anything that you've been doing with the rest of your day. Allow your awareness to sit within the present moment. Maybe just doing a soft body scan. We're not looking to find anything in particular here. There's no right or wrong way for you to be feeling. If there's pain or discomfort, just allowing it to be there, whilst trying to make it not the most apparent thing. And if the discomfort is perhaps in your pelvis or your tummy, allowing the senses to head out down towards your feet and your toes, through your shoulders, down your arms and into your fingers. Spreading your awareness throughout your whole body as opposed to allowing it to linger in particular on a place of discomfort. You might even find in your practice today that sending the awareness to a part of your body that feels safe and comfortable might just help to displace a little bit of the pain. It doesn't matter what part of your body it is. It could be a finger, a hand, it could be an elbow, a shoulder, your big toe, your knee. Just noticing if there's a particular part of your body that immediately sings out to you. Usually your first thought is the best one, so don't try and overthink it. I often find I end up using the palm of a hand, and today I think it's going to be my left hand. So just sending the awareness into that one part of your body. Notice the temperature of that part of your body. Is it nice and cool? Is it a little bit warm and cozy? Does it feel just right? Is it touching anything? Can you feel the fabric of your clothes or your bed? Can you just feel the sensation of the air against it? And throughout our practice, if it feels right for you, you can keep sending your awareness back into this place in your body. Just taking a moment to notice how your breath is feeling today. As always, no right, no wrong answers. I'm not looking for your breath to be performing in any particular way today. Notice any movement within your body as you breathe. You might feel that today slow, deep breaths feel good. Or you might find that little shallow ones feel better. I think it's really difficult with endometriosis because within yoga, meditation, mindfulness, pranayama, breathwork, we talk a lot about trying to lengthen our breaths, to deepen them, to slow them down. But if your whole tummy, pelvis, all your internal organs are really inflamed, then actually taking really deep breaths can just feel awful. And so instead, it might be that actually just taking really gentle, shallow ones just feels a little bit more comfortable, a bit softer, a bit kinder if you are flaring. We might even bring the palms of our hands to gently rest onto our tummies. And if it feels nice, just imagining the warmth of your hands resonating through into your tummy. With each soft, gentle breath, imagine this warming sensation starting to unknot any pain or tension that you're holding through your tummy. In your practice today, I'd like you to really focus on a sensation of kindness towards your body, of softness, being gentle. It's very easy to become angry and frustrated with our bodies when we're struggling. But the reality is that they are also trying their best. Your body is trying its best, just like you are. I'm going to bring your hands away from your tummy for a moment and just have them in front of you. You're going to take your right hand and take the fingertips to the meat of your thumb. So where your thumb joint meets into the palm of your hand. And I want you to just really gently massage that little bit of your hand. You can change the angles, you can be using fingertips or the pad of your thumb. Just working it around gently. And allow your left hand to be soft, a little bit floppy. See if you can start to ease out any tension there. And take this movement up through the thumb. You might be doing it on the joints, or you might be doing it on the sections in between the joints, whatever feels better for you. And coming up to the pad of the thumb, just really gently, little swirls round. And then when you're ready, we're going to move on to the index finger, starting just at the joint where the finger meets the palm of your hand. And then taking it up the finger. Up again. Seeing if you can keep with this soft, gentle breathing throughout, all the way up to the pad of your index finger. And then moving to your middle finger, starting off at the base. Keeping that soft, gentle sensation through the hand. You're not trying to stretch the fingers out or hold any tension. Moving up to the first section of your middle finger. And then middle section. And then up to the tip of your middle finger. And check that you aren't holding your breath. And then down to where the ring finger meets the palm of your hand. And then the first section of your ring finger. Just taking a moment to notice if you're holding tension in your jaw. If you are, you might like to give the jaw a wiggle side to side. You might like to open and close it or push it back and forth. Maybe you want to have a really lovely big yawn here as you move up to the next section of your your ring finger. And then up to the pad of the ring finger. And then down to where the little finger meets the palm of the hand. Keeping that softness in your face. Softness across your eyebrows and forehead. Moving up to the first part of your little finger. Second part of your little finger. And then the pad of your little finger. And then you're going to release your hands into your lap for a moment, maybe having the palms up with the fingers lightly curled, no tension in your hands or arms. If you're lying on the bed, you might take the arms all the way out to the sides. Just allow the hands to sit here for a moment. Notice the sensations moving through each hand. Is there anything that you are particularly aware of? And then when you're ready, we're going to head over to the right hand. So palm of the hand where it meets the thumb, the big meaty pad, just giving that a nice gentle massage round. Still keeping softness in your hand and your wrist. And after having done the other hand and fingers, rather than using fingertips to massage, you might even choose to bend the knuckles and just use sort of the side of your index finger to gently work your way through the thumb, coming up towards the knuckle of the thumb. Slow, gentle circles up to the pad of your thumb. And then across to the base of your index finger, where it meets your palm. You might notice how it feels, the sensations through your skin as well, if that doesn't put you off. You might notice how your skin moves as you massage. You might notice the texture of your skin. Is it soft, dry? Is it warm or cold? Heading up to first section of your index finger. And just moving it however feels nice. You might find that the finger wants to gently move around in the socket where it's attached to your palm. Heading up to the next section. And then up to the pad of your index finger. And then across to the base of your middle finger. Again, don't forget that the fingers are relaxed here. Avoid the temptation to spread them out. It's really easy to find that without thinking about it, you've just brought tension into the hand and fingers. What we're trying to do is consciously relax until it becomes just something that comes naturally. So each time that you notice you suddenly got like a thumb sticking out at a funny angle, or that your fingers are spread wide, just notice and think, oh no, soften them up, let them relax. Coming up, middle finger, up again, and then up to the pad of your middle finger. You can give it a gentle squeeze if this feels nice. And then down to the base of the ring finger. Remember, this doesn't need to be hard to be effective and nice. So Don't feel like you're having to go so much so that your left hand starts to ache or anything. It all just wants to be really soft. Moving up your ring finger, maybe moving it round in the socket just a little. Taking it up again. And then all the way up to the pad of your ring finger. Maybe gently squeezing the nail. And finally to the base of your little finger. Moving up. And then up again. And then finally to the pad of your little finger. And then release, relax your hands into your lap or out to your sides. Maybe having the palms up, softness in the fingers, allow them to gently curl inwards. Notice how your hands feel. Is there any tingling or warmth? Is there a little sense of them having done something, now they're releasing? How does the rest of your body feel? Extending the sensation outwards, noticing if it's had any effect on the rest of your body. Just give the fingers a gentle stretch and a wiggle. Start to open your eyes if you had them closed. I'm going to show you where we are going to go with our restorative poses today. So you may or may not need pillows for this one. You'll probably want one under your head. We're going to come into a prone frog. Yes, prone frog. Prone half frog, I should say. So what this is, we're going to come onto our tummies. I'm going to show you without the props first, and then I'll put them in afterwards because it's a little bit easier to explain. So what you'll do is come down onto your front, and you can have a pillow underneath your head, and then the gaze can go to one side, and then the side that you're facing, bend that knee and slide it into the space next to you. Now it's up to you where the knee lands. So mine is at about hip height. You don't want it to go higher than that because then it starts to kind of work against the point of the pose. It gets a bit squishy in the side body. So knee parallel with hip, or if this feels like too much, then you slide the foot away from you and the leg kind of goes down Now, if you're doing that, or wherever your leg is really, you want the shin parallel with your straight leg. So it just literally tucks up to the side. Now, arm position, I always like them overhead, but I have quite open shoulders. You might find, particularly with the back arm, that it feels better rather than having it up here to actually tuck it back and alongside your body. Same with this one, it's up to you. It could come stretched out in front, it could come just in front, it could sort of come back, I don't know, whatever your body likes, different for everybody. Now, if you find that all of this feels a little bit too intense through the front of the hip socket, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 of your pillows, maybe even 3. You're going to position them under your body. You're probably going to want either a pillow or a blanket now to replace the one that was underneath your head. So your body from your pelvis up is going to rest onto your pillows. And then head down again. So it's exactly the same pose. It's just what we've done is we've lifted the body slightly, and I don't know if you can kind of see from the fact that my hips are now slightly higher, there's less of an angle coming through from my pelvis to the inner thigh, whereas before it was sort of up here, it's now down here. So if it feels too stretchy through the front hip socket, you lie up onto something. If on the other hand, being on your tummy just feels absolutely dreadful today, your other option is to do exactly the same pose, but on your back. So you have the pillows next to you, down by your legs, and then you're going to lift one leg up and then take it directly out to the side. So this is a supine half frog rather than a prone one. So it's exactly the same, you just flipped yourself over. So the leg comes up with the knee bent, and then it just drops the whole thing out to the side. So you can just choose whatever feels best for you. We're going to be here definitely 5 minutes. So it's time to get really, really nice and comfy. So check how you want your pillows and blankets arranged. See what feels best with your arm placements as well. I'm just going to do this again at another angle just so that you can be absolutely sure you can see what I am up to. So the supine one, come onto our backs, leg lifts, and it drops out to the side. I am a really big fan of this pose. I just think it is so comfortable. I do have very bendy hips. So it can be helpful here to focus on softening through the front of the hip socket. So just taking gentle breaths here. It's very easy when we're lying on our tummies to feel a little bit like the breathing becomes more difficult. So just working with your body, seeing what kind of breathing feels easy and a bit more natural in this position. Softness in your shoulders and your arms as well. So whatever placement that you've chosen for your arms, make sure that it feels good in the shoulders.
as you settle in here, remember that there is nowhere else you need to be. There's nothing else you need to be doing. Give yourself permission to sink into the support beneath you. Let your legs and your pelvis feel heavy. Knowing that if at any time the pose doesn't suit you, you can modify, or you can come out, either moving to the other side or just stretching out on your tummy or back. With each exhale, feel your body softening. See if you can allow your thoughts to slow down. You don't need to get rid of them entirely. Just seeing if you can allow them to just float by you. Slow, relaxed, no sense of urgency. As the thoughts float by, it gives you enough time to look at them if you want to. And you can just let them keep floating. There's no need to stop or hold on to any of them. And just take your time to slowly stretch your bent leg away from you. Just taking a moment to notice the sensations through your hip, maybe into the leg and the inner thigh. And taking all the time that you want to press yourself round and over to the other side. So all you need to do is just lift the head, turn yourself over and bend the other knee. I'm going to just show you what the arm looks like if you want to have it down your back on this side. And you're just sliding the knee up and then letting everything soften.
remember that one side might be really different than the other. So if you do need more pillows on this side, maybe if on the other side you didn't have any pillows under your body, but this hip feels much tighter and you do want some, and just change the pillows accordingly. There's no need to feel like you have to do the same thing on both sides. You can really treat your body as completely separate one side to the other. All we're focused on is your comfort. So as you settle in again, just allowing softness and a sense of heaviness into your legs, into your hips. Allow your breathing to be soft and easy. Softness in your shoulders and your arms. Making any adjustments that you need to. The idea is really to be your most comfortable. If you find anything like bumps of props or jewellery or clothing, just make sure that you adjust them so that you can really feel your most comfortable. And again, allowing your thoughts to slow. If there's discomfort or pain from your endo, then maybe sending your awareness back to that place you found earlier. So for me, the palm of my left hand, wherever yours was, maybe sending your awareness back into that one place. Or perhaps you preferred just spreading the awareness throughout the body to diminish that alarm bell ringing of pain or discomfort that's happening in one particular place. Noticing that actually a lot of your body right now does feel soft, comfortable and supported. Allowing your fingers to curl and soften. And releasing any tension you might be holding in your jaw and clenching your teeth. Softness around your eyes and across your forehead. Even though your eyes might be closed, see if you can imagine that you are gazing off into the distance, allowing your eyes to unfocus.
feel the softness around your eyes. Take a couple more easy, comfortable breaths here. And then slowly taking all the time that you want, stretch your bent leg away from you. Just pausing here for a moment to notice any sensations coming through your hips, your legs. And then when you're ready, slowly pressing your way up, taking all the time that you want. You might want to bring your head up last of all. You might want to just have a gentle stretch out as you come up. And you'll have two choices for your next pose, depending on how your knees feel. So you can press up and back into your child's pose. So if you bring in your pillows, you're probably going to want more than 2 bed pillows. You're probably going to want 4. We seem to be excessive, but they tend to deflate quite quickly. So you can bring the pillows in between the legs, sitting back onto your heels, and then lean your body over your pillows. You can wrap the arms around the end of the pillows. Let your head soften down, softness in your shoulders. We're just going to stay here for a minute or two, not for too long. But if being on your knees doesn't suit you at all, then instead, using just 1 or 2 pillows, you can come into the version on your back. So to do that, you lie on your back, feet on the floor, lifting the hips up to have your pillows in underneath, and then you bring the pillows a bit higher than you normally would for a supported bridge, so right in up under the back, and then the knees are going to drop back towards you. You could hold the fronts of the knees or the backs of the thighs. You could even cross over at the ankles to hold the legs in and then bring the arms up overhead. So whichever version you've chosen, I like to keep the knees nice and wide so it leaves room for your tummy. We're not trying to squish sad, painful tummies any more than they already feel squashed. So we leave a nice amount of room. And if you're on your front, you might find that actually not tucking the pillows in as close does help with this as well.
matter if your bottom doesn't touch your heels. Just allowing it to soften back as far as it wants to. Softness through the hips. Softness in your tummy. If you're on your front, you have the option as well of bringing your arms down to the sides. It looks weird, but it can feel quite comfortable. And just a few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, if you're on your back, feet to the floor, press into the feet to lift your hips and slide your pillows out. If you're on your front, walking your way back up. We're going to come into our Shavasana now. So you can either take this on your front or on your back. Use the pillows however you like. If you're on your front, you might literally just want to pop them under your head. If you're on your back, then you might like to put them underneath your knees and under your head as well. If you've got an eye pillow or something that you can place over your eyes, then that might feel nice as well here. So just starting to settle yourself in. I'm going to stay sitting for this one, but I want you to make sure that you feel really nice and comfortable, whatever that means for you. If you would rather be sitting, then you can do that. There's no right or wrong way for taking your Shavasana. And as you settle in, you might like to sigh out a couple of breaths. You can do this with a big, open-mouthed, loud sigh. Or you could blow it out through pursed lips. Each time that you exhale, feeling your face start to soften. You might need to scrunch up your face a little or move it around just to check that you're not holding any excess tension. Allow yourself to sink in. We're going to go on a walk together in our Shavasana today. And I want you to know that on our walk, at any time, you can immediately be back in your room. So if for any reason you are uncomfortable, or it's just not where you want to be today, with an immediate thought, you are back in your safe space, in your room, your home, wherever it is. So we're starting off our walk in the countryside. And there's nothing and no one around you. And there's a gate in front of you. And just notice what the gate looks like. It might be a big farmer's gate that you would open and be able to get a tractor through. It might be just a small one, only for people. Maybe the gate is to the side of a cattle grid. Maybe the gate is actually a stile. Just notice what it looks like for you. On either side of your gate is a hedge, and it's leafy and green. Maybe there's even starting to be a few little berries in it. You're going to walk through your gate or climb over it. And as you come into the field ahead of you, there's the kind of path that you find when you walk through a sheep field. One that's not really a path, it just is where all the sheep like to walk. The grass is slightly shorter, it's a little bit browner than the rest of the field. You follow this path through the field. And there's a gentle incline, nothing difficult, barely enough for you to notice. You look around you, notice how big the field is. Notice if you can see the other hedges leading on to more and more fields. And what can you see beyond that? Are there woods? A distant town maybe? Maybe a church spire? The more that you walk, the higher that you get. The view becomes clearer. The sky above you is blue with clouds gently scudding across. The sun's shining, but there's a gentle breeze. As you come to the edge of this field, there's another little gate for you to cross. As you come through it into the next field, there's a small stream running through it. It's so small that you can just simply step across it. And you notice that a little further away from you there are some sheep drinking out of the stream. Notice the sounds that you can hear. The sounds of the countryside, the sheep, a gentle breeze, the birds around you. You step over the stream and keep walking, and the path meanders up this gentle hill. You can see that the top isn't very far away. There's a bench waiting for you, just on the crest of the hill. You're in the sheep field now, so you're dodging the occasional poops on the floor. You can smell the wool of the sheep. See them gathering under a nearby tree out of the sunshine. As you reach the crest of the hill, you sit down on the bench.
And just noticing how the bench feels. What would you like it to be like? Is it something simple and sturdy? Maybe it's more elaborate, with a soft back to lean into. Are you there enjoying the view, the peace by yourself? Or does someone come and join you? Anyone that you like? You sit in companionable silence, looking out across the fields, the woods, maybe the villages. You can see other hills in the distance. As you sit here, you know that there's nothing for you to do. You just be here in this moment, enjoying the view, enjoying the weather, enjoying just sitting in the peace for a little while. Notice if there are any particular thoughts, feelings, sensations here for you. And if there aren't, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take one more breath here in this clean, peaceful air. And then you're going to wander your way back down the hill. And as you're gently wandering down the path, you start to bring your awareness back towards your feet, where they are here in the present, maybe wiggling your toes. You start to bring awareness back up through your legs, maybe giving the muscles a little squeeze. You'll meander down the hill, brings awareness back into your hands. Maybe you imagine swinging them by your sides, and in the present moment perhaps you give the fingers a wiggle or make gentle fists. And then you're stepping over the stream, past the first gate, into the final part of your descent. Taking a couple of bigger breaths, feeling your chest expand, the sensation coming back into your body. And as you get to the final gate, rather than coming through it or stepping over it, I want you to take a stretch, maybe taking the arms overhead. And then releasing your walk, bring yourself all the way back into your body. And then really slowly starting to open your eyes. Recenter yourself in your space.
here in the present moment, we're going to take 3 breaths together. You might choose to rest the hands onto your tummy or onto your heart space. Any kind of breaths that feel good when you're ready. And then fully bring yourself back. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.